Roseland's Atlas in the Five Points district is taking a global spin on local nostalgia, combining scratch-made cuisine from different cultures with familiar flavors taken from family recipes. The restaurant is dishing out refined recipes at affordable prices so that everyone can break bread without breaking the bank. Take a look at our visit to Roseland's Atlas. Pizza, wings, blue cheese, beer. They're all synonymous with Buffalo's restaurant scene. However, for Chef Michael DeGanis of Roseland's Atlas, there is potential for so much more.
Well, I started cooking pretty young. My parents both worked, and me and my brothers
wanted to survive.
So we learned how to cook pretty young, and I found it to be pretty exciting.
After working in the fine dining scene in Philadelphia, Michael was called to Buffalo to give a historic establishment new life in the Five Points district.
So this building used to be Roseland's. The Romanellos owned it and ran it, but they were in business for over 75 years. They had a really good run.
The building has undergone many transformations over the past 7 decades, so Michael and his team worked to restore it from the ground up, but made sure to pay homage to its roots. Why was it important to preserve a little bit of the history of this building while kind of piggybacking off of that and starting something new?
I think it's important to pay your respects to people, and it's really important for us to remember where we came from. One, Roseland's has like a strong name, and when you hear it, it kind of rings. And the Atlas part for us comes from global cuisine that we're trying to highlight. That's
kind of the mission behind Roseland's Atlas, is bridging a gap and bringing people together. Tell me more about that.
So we're in the Five Points district. A great community already exists here. We're just trying to add to it with some homey food, and you know, the dinner table is really where all the good conversations happen. It's really nice to just have a place where we can all come together as a community, share a meal, have a good time.
The name alone suggests an underlying mission: to bridge the gap between where it began to where it stands now, both in the multicultural flavor profile of the menu and in its attempt to quell food equity for the working class of Western New York.
Everything that is on the plate is processed here. So what we're trying to do here is offer high-end quality at like an everyday kind of price.
Why is that so important for you?
Like I said, my parents worked all the time. I wasn't from money, so being able to work in restaurants and experience like caviar, champagne, things like that was very foreign to me. So when I got the experience, it was like, what is this world? And I think a lot of people deserve to have that opportunity.
With dishes like the wild boar ragu blending sweet and savory by using a combination of cocoa powder and cherry vinegar. Or the amatriciana, which uses a few simple ingredients like bucatini and guanciale to pay respects to its Italian roots. And on the weekends, from 11 to 3, you can find a brunch menu that features filling foods like the Milano French toast, an indulgent way to start your day between layers of Nutella and pistachio butter, deep fried and dished to delight. And for those late nights, you can't beat the handcrafted cocktails they're serving up seasonally. For the winter season, they've got unique takes on classic tastes like their pear old fashioned and pistachio martini.
We have done some seasonal changes like we do with our food menu. We're trying to stay with what's being offered by nature.
And because they want everyone to feel at home, they even offer plenty of non-alcoholic options for those who choose to stay sober.
I'm actually sober. We're noticing that people are not drinking as much anymore. They're more health conscious, and that's great.
But who can resist a sweet treat? The dessert menu at Roseland's Atlas is the perfect example of how they're finding new ways to pay respects to their roots. The fig baklava, for example, uses a recipe that you won't find anywhere else.
The inside is my grandmother's gucciardati cookie recipe, which I can't stop eating.
I love that you incorporated your grandma's recipe, because generations, as people get busier and people are having different ways of living, are kind of forgetting those traditions in the kitchen that were previously passed down.
Yeah, I mean, modern times, it makes it so a lot of recipes are getting lost. What we're trying to do here is highlight those things, bring something that is nostalgic to guests.
The crew at Roseland's Atlas cares about paying respects to their origins, but that doesn't mean they're stuck in the past.
For the future, we have a lot of things happening. We're opening banquets on the second floor. We're going to be doing a lot of events in the summer and spring. We have Valentine's Day coming up. We're going to do a prefix menu for that. Once the weather changes, we're going to have a huge patio. So the restaurant basically doubles in size. There's another like 45 seats out there.
It's operating at full capacity now, with open doors to welcome guests inside, but their grassroots beginning is something that Michael does not take for granted.
You've come a long way, because when Roseland's Atlas started, it was actually just takeout.
It was really rewarding because I got to see the guests and meeting people and just and them telling me how great it is, you know, you can't get, it's better than money. It really is.
Yeah.
Roseland's Atlas, bridging the gap between where we began to where we are now, bringing global flavors to our local community and making fine dining affordable because you deserve it.
You can view their brunch and dinner menu and find information on their hours and specials by visiting roselandsatlas.com.